What time is it?
Game time.
What time is it?
Game time.
What we gonna do? What we gonna do? It's time to highlight. Oh yeah! Sports football field. Take a look at the big crowd we got over here, Boski. They are all fired up. Oh, football back on the First Coast, and let's get this show to rolling right now.
Sideline 2014. Sideline. Highlights.
Your 8-month wait is over. Prep football on the First Coast is back, and tonight we've got an action-packed show. We're taking you to the heart of the game to see how Bishop Snyder coach Brian Jake McCray is doing almost 1 year after having his cancerous kidney removed. Our high school football guru Justin Barney will run down the 10 teams from the area sure to make some noise this fall. Snap hashtag Team Sideline pictures during the show, and we're guaranteeing to show your photos live.
Sideline 2014.
And we're releasing the much anticipated Sideline 2014 music video. Folks, let's get this show to rolling right now. Hello everybody, we are live on the First Coast Sports football field, and we have the Bartram Trail Bears with us. They are the winners of our ultimate game day experience, and oh, what a good time we are having. We got the cheerleaders, the dance squad, the football team, and the band. Folks, we had over 247,000 votes, and when it was all said and done, the Bartram Trail Bears were our winners of the ultimate game day experience. Now listen up, folks. We've got a jam-packed, hour-long show for you today. Let's bring in my colleagues, Chad Kushner and Courtney Jones. They're out covering games as well. Let's start with you, Chad Kushner. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Chris, it sounds like I'm missing a great time back at the station, but I'm having a great time here in Green Cove Springs. Right now behind me, Clay is leading Providence in a kickoff classic 15-7 late in the second quarter. Coming up in a few minutes, I'm going to introduce you to another one of the best teams on the area, Trinity Christian. They are loaded with talent, but for now, we're going to send it over to Atlantic Coast High School to someone who's also loaded with talent, Courtney Jones.
Hey, Kush, we are live at Arlington Toyota Stadium, home of the Atlantic Coast Stingrays. Now, the Reigns Vikings are here to stomp on their Stingers tonight. So far, that has been the case. They are leading 14-0 as we are in the second quarter. Now, this is just the second preseason kickoff game between these two schools. Last year, it ended in a 7-7 tie. Both schools are hoping to settle the score tonight, even though we know it doesn't matter because it's just a preseason game. It won't count until next week when the regular season starts. However it shakes out, whatever the final score is, we'll make sure we have the final score at 11. Chris, back to you.
All right, thank you, Courtney. As you can see, the fans are fired up. Come on with me, Bo. We've got some cool tools for you tonight. We have the First From You game box where the fans, their parents, the players, the band can all go in and give shout-outs. So I'm going to tell you, we've got a whole lot of fun, and it is all first for you. It's all first for you. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Serious story here. Very serious story here. As you know, cancer has affected all of us in some way, and it's around this time last year that we heard news about Bishop Snyder head coach Jake McCray. He was diagnosed with kidney cancer. He then had to have his kidney removed, where 1 year later, we're trying to see how the coach is doing. And tonight, we're taking you to the heart of the game as he shares his story of survival.
We ready?
How well are you doing now?
I'm doing great. You know, anybody out there who's watching this right now, I missed 2 games.
Almost 1 year after having his cancerous kidney removed, Brian Jake McCray,
30 seconds.
the head coach of the Bishop Snyder Cardinals, is healthy and in good spirits.
I came out of it stronger.
This whole experience, was it the scariest thing you've ever faced?
Scariest thing I've ever had to deal with.
This father of 2 still has trouble holding back tears when he reflects on the day doctors diagnosed him with kidney cancer. McCray thought the cancer would kill him.
Picture my wife and kids crying. That's what I pictured. And that's all I pictured, missing their games. And you know. I've always been strong, you know, for them. And to be the one in a vulnerable position, you know, and to even think about me missing their childhood, you know, that's what it does to me, you know.
McCray elected not to tell his children, believing they were too young to understand. He admits the healing process was tough. However, it was made easier because of a strong support system.
At the end of the day, what you have is your friends and your family and the people in your inner circle, and you want them to lean on you when they need it. Don't be afraid to lean on them when you need it.
Coach, I can tell it's had a profound impact on you, because even when you talk about it now and you're doing so well, it still brings you to tears. When you touch that field now, you're out there at practice, you're getting ready to embark on a new season. Is your outlook different?
Absolutely.
All night, all night, all night!
The time I had before I was diagnosed with kidney cancer compared to the time since is night and day. I am so thankful for all of the years now that I had beforehand. That very well could have been my last practice or my last game that I coached, and I wasn't prepared for it to be, you know? So you got to keep an outlook and practice and coach and do the things like it's the last time you're going to do them.
It appears and it sounds like to me, Coach, and correct me if I'm wrong, it seems to me that while you lost a kidney, while you were scared to death when you learned you had kidney cancer, Brian McCray is a new guy. He's a better guy. He's a renewed guy.
For what they took out of me, okay, compared to what they opened my eyes to, it's an easy trade-off. All right, they took a 2-pound chunk out of me, but filled my life with all of these things that I never knew I had, and I'm way better for it.
And some great news for Coach McCray. He said he went to the doctor a few minutes ago. He's gotten the all clear, and he is doing fantastic. Big ups to you, Coach. All right, hashtag Team Sideline, folks. We want you to be at home sharing your hashtag Team Sideline pictures. We're going to showcase those pics throughout the game. Check it out. Doesn't that look good? If you're at your game, if you're watching at home, show some school spirit. Snap a pic on Twitter or Instagram. And as always, use the what? Hashtag Team Sideline. All right. We also have an interactive poll that we want you to vote on. 5 teams from our area that our experts believe have the best chance of winning a state championship this year. Get to the sports section of the homepage of firstcoastnews.com and tell us which of these 5 teams you think has the best chance to win a state championship this fall. We will share those results throughout the telecast. Meanwhile, one of the teams on the list, the Trinity Christian Conquerors, boy, they are loaded again, defending state champs, and many believe they'll win back-to-back state titles. My colleague, Chad Kushner, spent some time with the Conquerors over on the west side, and Kush, they're looking good again.
Yes, they are, Chris. It's safe to say that there's not a more talented team in the area than Trinity Christian Academy. It's expected they'll have at least 11 Division I signees in February, and that doesn't include some really talented underclassmen as well. But it's all going to be a big part. All of these guys are going to play a big part as the Conquerors chase the 5th state title in program history. The ring is the thing at Trinity Christian Academy, and the Conquerors are heavy favorites to repeat as state champs. That's because Coach Verlin Dormany's team is loaded with future college football players.
It's the most D1 talent we've ever had on a team, yes, it is.
Big time player make big time plays and big time games.
Yes, sir.
Now introducing Trinity's prime-time playmakers.
Kevin Tolliver, cornerback, Trinity Christian Academy, and I committed to LSU.
Jeffrey Holland, I'm a 2015 outside linebacker, Trinity Christian, Florida. Go Conquers. Ben Edwards, safety, 2015.
Andre Smith, linebacker, committed to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Go Hills.
Big D. Alexander, linebacker, I'm committed to UCLA.
Deontay Williams, safety,
committed to the University of Georgia. Go Dogs.
And those are only half of the expected Division I signees that are part of the Conquerors senior class.
They're a bunch of good kids now. They worked hard, whether they can keep all together or not. Sometimes you don't ever always win it with your best teams.
For proof, Dormany can look no further than the 1996 Bowls team that was ranked #1 in the country at one point, but they finished as state runners-up that year. As for Trinity, most of the players on this team have been to the top of the mountain. Their challenge is to start from the bottom on a new journey and, more importantly, stay humble with all of the attention coming their way.
It's not easy, but at the same time, if you take it day by day, then it could become, you can get used to it, and it just be another accomplishment. But you just got to wash it away and just keep working hard.
After they win the state championship, they think they did it all, but you really ain't did a lot, so you just got to work hard to just do the same thing you did last year.
Hard work on three, hard work on three. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There will be no preseason tune-up for Trinity Christian. Their regular season begins in 2 days, Saturday night, 9 o'clock, ESPN2, national television. They're traveling up to Buford, Georgia tomorrow to take on another nationally ranked team. Should be must-see TV if you like to follow college football recruiting. I'll have more on a big-time college football recruit in just a few minutes, but for now, live at Clay High School, Chad Kushner, First Coast Sports, NBC 12, ABC 25.
Thank you, Coach. It should be unfair for a team to have so much talent each and every year. Meanwhile, we've got a pretty talented team behind us, the Bartram Trail Bears, and we have one of the best coaches in the state, Coach Darryl Sutherland, a man that I have been told that is a man of character, and he believes in preaching good morals, good character, discipline, all of that good stuff. Coach, before we talk about this season, let's go back a bit. You started off a bit rough, then this team got hot.
Well, and I appreciate you bringing that up. One of the things that I really love about getting to coach these young men, it's such an honor to coach them. They're such great young men. They show such great integrity and discipline that they continue to fight. Even though we got off to a rough start, that they didn't hang their heads. They came up, kept working and getting better every single day. And, that really came to fruition, that all those things that we tell them about, working hard and sticking after it. And they really did a great job, and I was really proud of them.
Having the success that you had the second half of the season, making it to the state semifinals, having gotten so close, do you think it's going to be as hard to motivate them this fall?
No, they're a self-motivated group. That's one of the things. We're so appreciative of First Coast Sports and Team Sideline for having us out and getting to represent the Victory with Honor program. We feel like these guys do a great job of representing that they truly live out great character, and we feel like that helps them be better on the football field as well.
Then finally, Coach, tell me the guys on your team that we need to look out for this season.
We don't have time for me to list them. They're a great group. They're a great group. They're a joy to coach every day.
Look, Coach, I want to see you partying with these guys like a rock star throughout this show, all right?
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks so much.
He's the biggest name to ever come out of Baker County. And this big fellow has all of the top Division I colleges recruiting him. Courtney Jones takes us to Baker County to find out what Wildcat fans are saying about defensive end C.C. Jefferson. Plus, our high school football guru Justin Barney is here to run down the top football teams from the First Coast that you need to watch out for this season. And tonight, we'll release the Sideline 2014 music video. All right, everybody, welcome back. We're here on the First Coast Sports, and we're enjoying the First Coast Sports football, that is, field, and we're enjoying the ultimate game experience. Let me tell you, we're so appreciative to the more than 247,000 of you who voted in this poll, because we really strive to be first for you. And as promised, when you get to this time of year, you want to know what team should we look out for. And tonight, we're going to run down 10, and there's nobody better to ask than our own high school football guru, Justin Barney. Where's JB? JB, some love. Hey, JB. Good to see you, JB.
Good to be back.
JB, I must admit, we are lucky to have such great jobs. We get an opportunity to watch football every single fall. You're going to run down 6 through 10 right here of the 10 teams that we watch out for. And let's start, my friend, with number 10.
Got a big one coming in there, Class 2A, Power University Christian right there at the back. 9-3 last year, year after winning the state championship. So look for them to move back, maybe contend for that state title again this year.
All right, so who again, number 10?
University Christian.
University Christian. All right, number 9.
Bishop Kenny, it's a team. These guys behind me are going to be next week, and they're going to probably have something to say about them being ranked. But Bishop Kenny, they lose John Walford, leading state passing leader. And a lot of questions with Bishop Kenny this year, but still got some pieces in place, some big playmakers, Chuck Wade, Anthony Farman, 2 guys to watch.
I know the Bishop Kenny Crusaders are really fired up about that. Let's go now to number 8.
Guys from Orange Park last year, Fleming Island, 10-0 in the regular season, ended number 1 in our power poll, but the team that they're going to be remembered for is losing that first one in the playoffs last year. 10-0 and 1 and done. A lot of questions again this year for Fleming Island. Who's going to rebuild that offensive line? Who's going to star there? But again, 10-0 last year, not for a fluke.
All right, JB, let's go from number 8 to number 7.
Lake City, Columbia, guys, 9-3 last year. Lost in the second round of the playoffs to these guys behind me. And Bartram, Columbia, been to the playoffs 3 years in a row under Coach Brian Allen, and don't look for that to stop this year.
Gotcha, number 6.
Clay, defending state runner-up last year, 10-5. Nobody saw these guys coming last year, but that running attack was phenomenal. Big offensive line once again this year. And Clay, not a big of a surprise this year if they go back there.
JB, I know this is not scripted, but look at these guys. What do you think about this, guys? What do you think about this atmosphere here tonight?
Great atmosphere. Great to the parents, the guys, the cheerleaders, everything. It's a game day experience.
Can these guys repeat this year that fantastic run that they had last year, winning 8 straight before they were knocked out of the semifinal?
Yeah, Bartram last year, these guys behind me, one of the best stories in football last year. 0-5 start. They go 8-0 the rest of the season. 8-0, and they lose in the state semifinals. A heartbreaker to Armwood, but what these guys behind me did last year was phenomenal.
All right, so JB went 10-6. We still have 5 more teams to go, and I'm wondering, JB, you can't tell us who will be number 1. They'll have to stick around to find out.
Yeah, it's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Also, JB will have a web extra on First Coast Sports. He'll run down the top 10 players that you need to watch out for here on the First Coast. One of the guys that I'm most certain probably will be on that list is a guy by the name of C.C. Jefferson. He has the folks up in Baker County all fired up. Our very own Courtney Jones got an opportunity to make the trip up to Baker County. And Courtney, the city is going wild about their star.
Absolutely. It's about 32 miles west of Jacksonville. Sits the very small town of Glen St. Mary, which is actually in Baker County. The locals there are absolutely going crazy about the number 7 prospect in the country, not the state, the country. And I visited Baker County to learn a little bit more about hometown hero C.C. Jefferson.
C.C. is a celebrity.
He's like a dream come true guy that comes through here.
He's who everybody in town is talking about.
He's putting this town on the map. This guy's like the number 1, number 2 defense in the nation. Not the state, the nation, okay? So he makes this town, McClenny, Florida, he makes this town exemplary.
CC grew up in Glen St. Mary, Florida, a small town in Baker County. It was there that his love for football started.
I grew up with the neighborhood kids playing this game called Suicide. It was just 11-on-11 football, just with no pads, you know, and we just go and hit hard as we could, you know, and that's really what started my football career.
From there, the football phenom got bigger, stronger, and faster, and he took his talents to the only high school in the area.
I've never been around a player that talented. You know, he has Sunday talent. I mean, there's no doubt he's going to play major college football. He's going to be an impact player at that level. He's a difference maker every day.
It's kind of like takes me by surprise when people be like, dude, do you know like some of the things that you've done or like what you're accomplishing, you know, like it's never been done around here. So I'm just like, wow, man, it's crazy.
For the proud Baker County community, hometown hero C.C. Jefferson is their beacon of hope.
A state championship has never been to this school, you know, so I'm kind of feeling like the team has to be put on my back this year. I have to carry all the weight and do everything, but do it the right way to make sure that we get a district championship and be a good leader and win state.
CC is being recruited by every big-time college program in the country. Now, I asked him when he plans to commit, and no surprise there, he said National Signing Day. So I guess his top 5 choices, which are reportedly Florida State, Auburn, Florida, Alabama, and USC. I guess we all have to wait until February 5th. Chris?
All right, thank you, Courtney. No doubt C.C. Jefferson is a guy that not only the folks up in Baker County will be looking out for, but we will be watching as well. Meanwhile, we didn't bring these guys all the way from Bartram Trail not to let them have a little fun. Come on, band, play something good, and let's get this crowd fired up. Bishop Kenny's Tyler Jordan will have his college education paid for thanks to football, but he still needs some spending money. What the future Gators offensive lineman did this summer for some extra cash. Plus, we'll show you the new app that will allow you to upload all of your school's exciting highlights, pictures, scores, and schedules right to our website. Having a good time. Bartram Trail Bears in the house, being a part of the ultimate game day experience. Let them have some time. Look at them. They are excited. Of the more than 247,000 votes, we got more than 55,000 from these guys. And high schoolers, they're young, they like to have a lot of fun, and that is all right. Meanwhile, as you already know, the First Coast is just filled with all kinds of talented athletes. And Chad Kushner has an incredible story of one who received a scholarship, Kush, but I understand he did a little extra work for some extra cash.
That's right, Chris. We're talking about a young man from Bishop Kenny. If you remember, the Crusaders lost an epic thriller, 74-73 to the Clay High School Blue Devils. That's where I am right now. That was in the second round of the playoffs last year. We may end up seeing a rematch of that game in the playoffs this year. Both teams return a lot of key players, although the Crusaders will be without their record-setting quarterback, John Wolford. He's now the starting quarterback at Wake Forest as a true freshman, although his top lineman from a year ago, Tyler Jordan, is back and ready to get down and dirty at Bishop Kenny. The Bishop Kenny weight room is like a second home for Tyler Jordan, but by the time this future Gator arrived here every afternoon this summer, he had already put in a full day's work.
I'm exhausted.
Offensive linemen are known for doing the dirty work, so a summer job here at the school's maintenance department is a natural fit.
Yeah, that's kind of his job at home. His responsibility is to cut the grass and things like that. I really didn't trust him with an edger. It still don't, but even though he does it here, that's kind of my job at the house. So, but yeah, he's used to getting out in the yard and having to do that stuff. So
once or twice a week, depending on when I do it, I'll cut the courtyards and edge and weed eat the courtyards, and then I'll go around weed eating and edging where I can in the school, and then other times I'm pulling weeds and spraying weeds.
It's ironic because ever since he enrolled at Bishop Kenny as a freshman, he's grown like a weed.
I think he weighed 180. And so now he's up to about 285.
That weight gain can be attributed to a large appetite and lots of work here in the weight room. But no matter how big Tyler Jordan gets, he'll always be keeping an eye out for these guys while doing yard work.
I've seen a few more snakes, but that was, God, I almost stepped on it. The thing was 3-4 feet.
Are you afraid of snakes?
Yeah, can't stand them.
I'm not a fan of snakes either. Now, by the way, Jordan's one of 2 players right now from the First Coast who are verbally committed to the Florida Gators. There could be some others that also pledge their allegiance to the orange and blue. Jordan, by the way, joins Fletcher's Khalif Jackson. 11 of the top 300 recruits in the entire country, according to ESPN.com, play high school football right here on the First Coast. That includes Tyler Jordan and Mike Howard, another offensive lineman here at Clay High School. I think we've got some serious photo bombing going on behind me here tonight. Not only are they good at football, they're good at that too here at Clay High School. Live in Green Cove Springs, Chad Kushner, First Coast Sports, NBC 12, ABC 25.
And Kush, before I let you go, I know you are snapping many and plenty #Team Sideline pictures, correct?
Always, Chris, always.
Thank you. We're looking forward to it. Thank you, Kush. And speaking of #Team Sideline, let's show a few more pics here. Look up on the big screen, guys. This is what it is all about. All you have to do is take your cell phone, snap a pic, share it on Instagram or Twitter using the #Team Sideline. And because we are first for you, we will show your pictures every day, every sportscast, because it's all about you, the fans. Meanwhile, let's get this band fired up one more time. It is time for yet another live performance. So let's hear from the band. A lot of work as well.
Yeah, we do. A couple days a week and every Friday.
After running down 6 through 10, JB is back to reveal the top 5 prep football teams from the area you better watch out for in 2014. See which team lands at number 1. And for the first time tonight, you'll see what the Bartram Trail Bears fans have been up to in our First From You game box. Plus, the music video prep football fans won't be able to get enough of this fall. We're at the halfway point of the Sideline 2014 preseason kickoff show. JB is back to reveal the remaining 5 teams on his top 10 list. Find out which team lands at number 1.
Go, Joshua!
You'll see the video shout-outs via the First From You game box. And get ready to jam, because we're just minutes away from the release of the Sideline 2014 music video. Let's roll. Sports football field, and it's okay for you guys to make a little noise. That's why we brought you here. We are having a good time. We're calling this our ultimate game day experience. The folks from Bartram Trail, let's show them. Come on over here, Matt. Let's show these lovely fans that we have. You're looking at parents, brothers, mothers, friends, neighbors, all here supporting these guys, and I know they are just thrilled to be here. Hold on a second, guys. Now you tell me, Mom, who you're here supporting, and why are you so fired up?
I'm supporting the Bartram Trail High School and my son, number 62, Ocho Taryn. Woo, go Bartram!
All right, all right. Now, you ladies have on uniforms, but I don't quite understand why you have on the cheerleading uniforms, but you're not cheering. Explain.
We're JV.
JV, are you excited?
Yes, sir.
Now, I know you're JV, but I know opportunities, events like this, it has to have you all fired up about becoming a varsity cheerleader.
Yes, sir.
Once again, make some noise for the parents, the fans, and the neighbors. Meanwhile, let's go to our band performance. blue. Fantastic performance by the Bartram Trail dance team. They did a terrific job. Ladies, take a bow. Take a bow. Great job, great job. Meanwhile, you know, here at First Coast Sports, you already know it's all about you. And one of the toys we like to call that we really like to showcase during the football season is our First From You game box. Let me explain it a second. What you do, you win our game of the week, you come to the game, your mom, your cousin, your friend, even your enemy can go in the booth, snap pictures, give shout outs, and then we showcase the pictures, the videos during sportscasts, on the web, on our sports final show. Let's check out what we got here. Take a look at this. Can we bring up the volume and hear these guys cheering? Oh, they're all fired up here. Go off, ladies. Go off. Go off the field. Off the field. All righty, guys. Again, we'll be showing much more from our First From You game box a little later in the show. If you see yourself on TV, it's okay to make a little noise. We're just getting this party started, but before we go, let's check out the interactive poll that we had. We asked you which of these 5 teams you believe has the best chance of winning a state championship, and it appears that Trinity Christian has the lead here. Clay County is in second. We'll be checking out this poll throughout the show, and we want you to vote as many times as you like.
Sideline 2014.
While we continue to look forward to the 2014 regular season, why not take a peek back at the best plays from the 2013 regular season? We've got 10. Plus, with the season kicking off next Friday night, find out if your school is one of the nominees for next week's Game of the Week. Welcome back to our Sideline 2014 kickoff special. We have the Bartram Trail Bears. They are taking part in our ultimate game day experience. And what a way to get in the spirit of high school football and get set for the regular season. Now, earlier in the show, our high school football guru, Justin Barney, I like to call him JB, ran down teams 6 through 10s, the top 10 teams that we need to watch out for. Now it is time for 5 and then to find out who is number 1. JB is back with me, and JB, let's start with number 5.
I feel like I'm talking about these Bartram Trail guys a lot. Ed White is number 5, team that Bartram Trail beat in the playoffs last year. Ed White brings back quite a bit of talent. 8-3 last year. I know that loss to Bartram in the playoffs left a pretty big sore spot for them. They want to make amends this season. Taylor Thomas committed to Utah. Javaris Davis committed to North Carolina. Very talented team.
All right, JB, let's go to number 4.
Guys from Neptune Beach, Fletcher. They've done it every year under Coach Josh Corey. 10-3 last year. Another deep run to the regional finals, state semifinals 2 years ago. A lot of talent. A transfer at quarterback, Augie DiBiase from Providence. Big receiver, Khalif Jackson, committed to Florida. Big running game there, so Fletcher comes in at number 4.
Let's go to number 3.
Number 3, Bowles. I don't think these guys have missed out in a long time. 10-4 last year. State runner-up again for the second year in a row. State title 2 years ago, so I don't think Corky Rogers is going to have these guys missing out again.
And I don't think anybody feels sorry for them as much success as they've had.
Not at all.
All right, number 2.
First Coast Buccaneers. Biggest classification they play in Class 8A. 11-2 last year, made the regional finals, lost to Apopka. They bring back a record-setting offense. DeAndre Johnson's quarterback going to Florida State. He's going to break a ton of passing records this year. All 3 wideouts committed to football bowl subdivision schools and a pretty good defense at that.
Can I get a drum roll, please? And number 1.
Not much doubt here. Trinity Christian, Class 3A. State champion last year, nationally ranked, 13-1 last year, going for back-to-back state titles, and possibly the most Division I signees off of a team in national history this year. They're going to threaten that record of 13 from Bowles.
JB, as always, it's so good to always have you.
Good to be back again. Good atmosphere here.
And JB, before you go, You know I never let you go without rolling the highlights. Give me a good roll, JB. Yeah! Justin Barney, our high school guru. Now, meanwhile, thanks, JB, we've got a new app that will allow you to be more involved than ever before. It is the USA Today High School Sports mobile app. This will allow you to stay up to date with the latest high school stories from around the First Coast and from the First Coast sports team. Plus, it will allow you to share or to take your pictures, upload the pictures and stories and videos straight to our website. It is available now in the Google Play Store and iTunes. To make it easy to find, we've got the links for you in the sports section of firstcoastnews.com. Please, please, please take advantage. Now, you know, a lot of times during the football season, we focus so much on the football team, but in most cases, there are more band members than there are football players. And so we decided to show the band some love. No one better to ask about the band than Jason Duckett, the band director. You guys have a huge band.
Thank you. About 190, that's right. Big group, and we work hard, go outside, practice just like a football team, support the team on Friday nights, shirt perks. It's great times.
Can you kind of give me a sense of, as a band director, your thoughts, your feelings on being able to be a part of an atmosphere like this at such a great school?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. This is the best school in the country. I'll tell you, it really is. It's a great place to work. It's a great place, great kids, and having the band there to support is, well, it's awesome.
And your drum line, I know they put in a lot of work.
Thank you. Yes, they do. They really do. They're great kids.
All right, Jason Duckett, so Thanks. Good to see you. And could you get that band fired up for me? Let's go, guys. Columbia Tigers linebacker Zedrick Woods is known for bringing the pain. See if this rip rocker cracks our top 10 plays from 2013. Plus, it's the music video that will have prep football fans singing its lyrics all fall long, and we're releasing the Sideline 2014 video next. We're just having a little party on a Thursday night with a lot of preseason games going down on the First Coast and with the regular season kicking off next week. And just enjoy the atmosphere if you would like. Bartram Trail Bears fans, players, coaches, cheerleaders, all a part of our ultimate game day experience. And you know you're having a whole lot of fun. I mean, if this doesn't get you fired up for the football season, I don't know what will. Now, since August 1st, when we decided to open up the Ultimate Game Day Experience poll, we decided to do it, as we said in the promo, not big, but real big. And we wanted to also offer something that we gave you the game box. You know about hashtag Team Sideline, but how would you like a Sideline 2014 music video? I hear you're at home. Check it out.
Getting knocked off. If your tackles ain't blocking, you getting knocked off. Hard hitter like the water boy. You a sideline runner, you in trouble, boy. Game coach, the stands going wild. The cheerleaders screaming, bring the water boys out. You wanna know how victory sound? Listen to the band, got the hit of the night and the play of the game. My field or your field, you gon' still hear my name. I'm the MVP, owe it all to my team. No pain, no gain, risk it all, just to move the chain. If you ain't playing to win, what is you saying?
It going deep for the pass and talking long range. Only need a touchdown so we can win the game. Cheerleader cheer, the crowd going insane. Cameraman taping so you can see the replay again. Sideline, it's 2014. They got the hot games, hit of the night. MVPs on the big screen. Highlight the plays from all the teams. Boys, game time. Hold out the film 2014. Sideline, 2014. 2014. 2014. Sideline, 2014. Sideline.
Go roll the highlights. Wilson, Inglewood, Sandalwood, Pikes, Reebok, Bo. You can't forget about the Vikings. Perkins. Ed White, Mandarin and Fletcher. First Cohen plus Lee, boy, I betcha. Them headhunters on the field, they'll scratch up. Don't roll the highlights. Don't roll the highlights. Don't roll the highlights. Don't roll the highlights.
That music video ought to get you to moving and bobbing your head at home. Sideline 2014. We want to hear a lot of that this fall. Meanwhile, earlier this week, because I know you were tuned in to First Coast Sports, the Mandarin Mustang Cheerleaders Challenge, Ice Bucket Challenge. These ladies, the cheerleaders from Bartram Trail, and the Bears decided to accept the challenge. So, fellas, if you could, go ahead and dump the water. Okay, ladies, hold on. There we go. Good job. Good job. Folks, we are just getting the party started here on our Sideline 2014 show. We've got much, much more to come. Stay with us, my friends.
Sideline 2014.
Your wait is almost over. We've got the best of the best plays from the 2013 regular season. Plus, our Game of the Week coverage kicks off next Friday night. The schools that have a chance to have the sports team on campus, and when you can begin voting.
Yeah, welcome back to the First Coast Sports Football Field, the ultimate game day experience. Oh my goodness, we're having such a good time. You know, we've been trying to get you excited and pumped up about the 2014 season, but before we continue to look ahead and keep talking about all the great things that we're looking forward to in 2014, let's take a look back. Here are the top 10 plays from last year's season.
Number 10, here's some tough running from Bishop Snyder quarterback Nathan Morales. He only picks up a few yards, but they are some hard-earned yards. Great effort by the Cardinals QB in a 21-0 loss to Hilliard last September. Number 9, we like the guys that fight for extra yards like Mandarin's Lonnie Lewis does right here. This is where those leg presses and squats pay off. The Mustangs fell short on this night in October as Fort Pearson Central won 31-27. Number 8, on a Thursday night in early November, Ed White's Taylor Thomas takes the handoff and gets lost in the crowd. You think you're stopping me? Whoop, you're dead wrong. Where is he? There's my man making guys miss. He makes one last guy miss just before reaching the end zone. Ed White laid the smackdown on Terry Parker, 62-14 on this night. Number 7, Ridgeview's Jacob Moore takes a licking but keeps on ticking. Nice job holding onto the ball while taking a big hit. Fleming Island won this game over Ridgeview 29-10. Number 6, here's a highlight from Johnny Wolford's record-breaking season. Well, this touchdown pass to Kyle Stayer ties the state record for career touchdown passes. He would later break the record in this same game. Number 5, let's listen in on Columbia's Cedric Wood. Big hit by the Tigers' defensive standout. Can I get the remix? This comes from Columbia's 44-20 win over Orange Park last October. Number 4, how about showing the kicker some love? Fletcher Coden Breckenridge with a 52-yard field goal that's G-O-O-D good. We believe it's the longest field goal any local kicker made last season. Number 3, Duval Chada's Darrell Henderson with a one-handed interception against Eagles View. Nice run, too, for the big man who nearly loses his pants when he's tackled. The Panthers beat the Warriors 40-0 last October. Number 2, from the Reigns Reebok game, it's Marvin Sanders to Kieran Scott. Nice juggling catch by Scott, who gets 1 foot in bounds for the touchdown. The Vikings beat the Trojans back on a Saturday afternoon in early November. And number 1, Creekside's Ronald Boyce makes something out of nothing. He finds Andrew Page down the field, and Page finds a way to get into the end zone. Great efforts by the quarterback and the receiver. It was the night's only touchdown in a 44-8 loss to St. Augustine back in October.
So there you have it, your top 10 plays from the 2013 regular season, and we are so looking forward to the new plays that will be made in 2014. Hashtag Team Sideline. As we promised, we were going to show your pictures throughout this show, and we have delivered. You guys look real, real good. I love it when you show your school pride. I love it when you make the faces, put your game faces on, and I love how the people all around the First Coast have got involved in the show tonight. Meanwhile, we're going to kick off our first game of the week officially next Friday night, and I want to show you the poll. Here are the nominees for our game of the week next week. Will we be in Glenn Academy? Will we be at Ed White? Will we be at Fleming Island? Will we be at Nice? Or will we be at Baker County? You will decide. What I want you to know is to vote, vote, vote as many times as you like. All right, guys, thank you so much.